You ever just go down the internet rabbit hole and come across something that looks like this? Well, hey, and welcome to the Midships channel. I'm Corey, and I'm here to deliver that sweet, sweet cruise news to you today. And well, there's a lot of it, from everything going on over in the Ukraine. We have even more cruise operators that are saying, nope, we're not going to have anything to do with these areas that are kind of in hot conflict right now. Plus, Celebrity Cruise Lines, they've got a brand new ship, the Beyond. We're going to get a little sneak preview of it. And Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, they lost $4.5 billion last year. That's billion with a B. We'll give you some details on it, and maybe the future, it could be a little bit brighter for Norwegian Cruise Line. Now, as we're getting started into today's cruise news, don't forget, my group cruise is available to book. If you'd like to go on a cruise with me this October 24th out of Charleston, South Carolina, aboard the beautiful Carnival Sunshine, all you have to do is find that link to the Facebook group in the description below. Even if you're just kind of curious, want to see how much it costs, how many people are going, go ahead and click that link, join the group. We'd love to go ahead and have you there. All right, enough small talk. We're going to start back into the cruise news. We're going to read an article from cruisecritic.com about other lines that are now canceling because of what's going on in Ukraine. This is from Adam Coulter. Cruise lines alter Russia itineraries and cancel ports due to the Ukrainian conflict. The war in Ukraine has prompted a number of cruise lines to cancel itineraries that include stops in Russia. NCL Holdings, which includes NCL, Oceania, and Regent, Viking, Atlas Ocean Voyages, and UK line Saga Cruises have all canceled stops in Russian ports, including St. Petersburg. The announcements come just one day after Russia invaded Ukraine. NCL Holdings CEO Frank Del Rio said the following: "It's disappointing because St. Petersburg is one of the crown jewels of the Scandinavian itineraries." Norwegian Cruise Line went on to say that they're currently working to confirm replacement ports, and they'll advise impacted guests as soon as possible. Regent Seven Seas Cruises will also remove planned stops in Russia, which include stops at a lot of places I can't pronounce, and St. Petersburg, as well as one stop in Odessa, Ukraine. Oceania Cruises confirmed it would also remove Russian and Ukrainian ports from their 2022 itineraries. Viking River Cruises has canceled all 2022 departures from Kiev and Bucharest, Romania. And piling onto the list of cancellations is Atlas Ocean Voyages, who say they'll skip St. Petersburg for alternative ports in Finland and Estonia. And in addition to the lines mentioned in this article, there's also some other really big names that have cruises that call in these areas. For Carnival Corporation, there's Seabourn, Holland America, Princess, Celebrity goes to this region. Royal Caribbean also goes to this region. There's so many other lines that this is going to affect. We'll continue monitoring this situation to see what transpires over the next few days and weeks. Hopefully cooler heads can prevail in the next few days, please. And since I mentioned Celebrity Cruises, they've got a brand new ship on the near horizon, the Celebrity Beyond. And their most famous captain, Kate McHugh, she's going to be at the wheel driving this beautiful ship. It's going to be similar to what like the Apex would be. It's got that big magic carpet, that big orange slider way down the side of the ship. I think if you're a follower of La Lido Loca or EECC Travels, they're actually currently on board a ship. I think it's the Apex. So it's a very similar setup. Go ahead and watch some of their content after this video. If you're curious about Celebrity Cruises, I'd recommend it. They're pretty cool ships. But anyways, this new ship, the Beyond, she's scheduled to begin service this year, and let's learn a little bit more about her from cruiseindustrynews.com. Celebrity Cruises was originally building their third Edge-class ship, the Beyond, as an identical sister to her classmates, the Edge and the Apex. But in April of 2021, the cruise line announced the Beyond would be longer and taller than her sister ships when she debuts this spring. There are 179 additional staterooms aboard the ship, giving it a double occupancy of 3,258. and making it 12% larger than the two prior ships. The ship will also be 20 meters longer than her sisters. Captain Kate McHugh, the first American female cruise ship captain, will take the helm of the Beyond. Celebrity Beyond will boast numerous new venues, spaces, and significant design updates as well. The Grand Plaza will be located at the center of the ship. The space was inspired by the piazzas of Italy. All said, it will span 3 decks and be the largest in the Edge class. Also new on Beyond is Le Voyage, an intimate travel-inspired restaurant by Michelin-rated chef Daniel Boulud. The resort deck has seen a big update over Edge and Apex, featuring a 25-yard lap pool, complete with in-pool loungers and surrounded by a terraced pool deck. Celebrity Beyond's maiden voyage will set sail on April 27th from Southampton, England. The Beyond will then offer a variety of Mediterranean cruises before she heads over to Port Everglades in Florida for a Caribbean season in 2022 and 2023. Ooh, that's so exciting. We get a brand new ship over here. Hopefully Captain Kate's still on board. I've never actually sailed on a ship with Captain Kate, but I think I actually saw her once in a port. I couldn't really tell. You know, the windows, they're kind of hard to see through on those cruise ships, but maybe, just maybe, not sure. All right, it's time to talk about $4.5 billion being lost by Norwegian Cruise Lines. But speaking of dollars, before we do that, I want to remind you, Midships merch is live right now. If you'd like to get your hands on some Midships branded clothes, or just frankly support the channel and help keep me cruising, go ahead and find the link down in the description below this video. While you're down there, last but not least, go ahead and check out my Amazon influencer store. That's where you can find all the cruise related items that I suggest you take on every single cruise. Thanks so much. Now let's get into this story from breaking travel news about Norwegian Cruise Line. Cruise suspension pushes Norwegian into the red for last year. NCL Holdings has reported a loss of $4.5 billion for the financial year of 2021. The figure compared to a loss of $2.2 billion for the year of 2020. Total revenue decreased 49% last year, down from $1.3 billion in 2020. The adverse impact on revenue was due to the suspension of all cruise voyages in March of 2020 through the first half of last year. Obviously, the pandemic shutdown is what this article is referencing. Also contributing to the loss was the phased relaunch of certain cruise ships and ships having to operate at reduced capacity. And the company continues to execute their phased relaunch plans for their 28-ship fleet. But all is not lost for Norwegian because it looks like this year may be a banner year for them. Let's learn about it from Cruise Industry News. NCL Holdings is seeing strong bookings for 2022 and beyond, with the book position for the second half of this year in line with historical records set in 2019, according to President and CEO Frank Del Rio. Del Rio credits the success to the company's strategy of marketing to fill ships as opposed to discounting, which he said would result in long-term damage to the brand. Del Rio doubled down by saying he expects this to be a very strong year. So some great news coming out from Norwegian Cruise Lines. Yeah, they lost a little bit of money, or a lot of bit of money. Let's be real, $4.5 billion, that's no small pot of money. However, it sounds like maybe, just maybe, Frank Del Rio and company are onto something, keeping their rates a little bit higher and keeping their loyal cruisers coming back time after time. I've yet to cruise on NCL, but I know a lot of you out there in the Midships family want me to cruise aboard the line, so I'm definitely looking into it. If you have a favorite ship or a recommendation for a first ship on NCL that I should cruise, leave it in the comments below. I was kind of thinking about the Breakaway or the Gem. They're two totally different ships, so which one do you prefer? So if you made it this far into today's episode, why don't you join us on Instagram at Midships Cruise? It's a great place to find out all the things that go on behind the scenes here at the Midships channel, and I post daily pictures, videos, content from my cruises so you can see how Midships does it. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, we'll see ya on the Midships. La 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 la.